Hi, it's Bill Tainter doing a quick time-lapse trade. Right here is the euro dollar. Here's what I'm looking at. It's a uptrend, right? I've got higher highs, I've got higher lows, real simple, and there's no more news today. Let me see. There's 9:30 FOMC, speaker, natural gas, nothing high importance or priority. And so the trend is up and couldn't stay below this red, couldn't stay below the black. It's above, coming back. So I like this 2 touch points on this trend line and a black, pretty good synergy there. So I'm going to do a buy, take it to this next grid. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're holding on here, up 13 pips. And look how it's done. 1, 2, 3 retests here and just kind of hanging on. You see the bigger picture, so I'll zoom in here and watch this close now. And so I'm, it's kind of the halfway, at the previous, previous resistance. It's interesting how it kind of like, this is the high of the day, right? It pokes through, pulls back deep. It's like, is that just takes everybody out, and then it bunches higher. So let's see, it's at 11 pips and 17. Wow, if I can get over 20 pips to these profit lines, I'll just take this off at these grid, this grid area right here. It'd be fantastic. And it's about half of this whole rising trend channel, right? If I go off from this high to there, pop this to array like that, see, so it's about this midway. I don't want to get too crazy. We should be able to get it to pop up into here. I mean, it's already been to the bottom, ADR. See, it's already hit the average daily range, and it's already hit the average daily range on the top. So I'm not 100% sure it's going to pop all the way through there. I'm just trying to get something in here. Here's the hard part, right? I don't want to just take a little profit if I can get more. I don't want to be too conservative, and I don't want to be too, risky. I'm struggling with, do I just, to be smart or to be safe rather than take profits? I want to let this candle close. I mean, I really want this to reject. I mean, if I can, I'm going to let this close, and then at that point, I'm going to move this to break even. Because basically, I mean, look at 1, 2, 3 candles have been supported here. And if this comes back here again, I'm afraid it's failing and it's going to break down, right? So I'm just trying to be defensive. But the problem on the timing is you just can't be too early, and this is where it gets to be tough, right? And I personally struggle with being right or getting pips. In other words, I can have a winner with 1 pip, or do I wait for it to go against me and get 20, 30 pips, right? The point is you need to make pips, but you also need to balance out your risk reward, and you don't want to, give up too much. So I'm kind of struggling here. I'm going to let this candle close and we'll talk. Okay, so I'm going to be conservative because it's early in the month. I want to build my pips. I'm going to go to break even. We're at 10. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm kind of stuck in this middle, right? I mean, I'm risk-free now, but I don't want to give up 15, 20, 30 pips either. So I'm going to really watch this close to see, all signs are really good here, right? I mean, it's trending up. It broke new highs. This wick is a little bit concerning. These wicks are a little bit concerning that it may be failing here. So I hate to get, 1 pip stop outs here. I mean, I'd like to see a little bit better respect to this line in the grid. I mean, it did respect it, but it did poke through it. So I'm kind of mixed here, kind of confused. I think I'm going to take this one off right here at 15 because see all this over here? I mean, that is high. I'm gonna leave this one here, but I'm for sure this little struggle kind of concerns me here. 14. I'm going to take one off at 15. Kind of concerns me, and here's why. If you draw a horizontal line here, it broke and then it broke. I'm not sure which one's going to overrule this or the fact that it didn't stop. Let's analyze here a little bit. Stand by. So here's a line, right? Okay, so there's your there's the horizontal. Yeah, it broke, but it didn't bounce here. It went all the way deep and it broke through here. I'm a little bit concerned that it may not make it through. The fact that this line didn't hold to go higher, and the fact that it poked through here concerns me. So I'm going to take this. I've got to watch the clock here. I really want to pinch this out. I'm going to bring it down. I'm worried about that basic price. There we go. Got it. Okay, great. So we got one off at 13. And it's got to go. It just has to hold this line. It has to break this line. And if it does, great. I got this guy here and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to start my phase out. So great. I got my profit one out of here. I'm just really worried that it's not going to make it. I'm going to bring this guy. See? Ugh. 10. I'm going to take it. I just have to. I want to be conservative. There we go. Take profit. Okay, I got 13 and 10. Great. I mean, it just has to come out of there. And if it really can't, then I got something out of there. There we go. Let's see if we can get that to go higher. Again, I just trying to be conservative here, but I will not, if this gets up to this average daily range, I'll close it. I'll just shut the whole thing down, and if it gets anywhere up in here, I'll take it off. Take the profits and run. Yeah, so when I see resist, it goes down, comes back up, pinches, breaks higher, but it doesn't respect that line, that concerns me. That needed to be supported. Well, then it came to the trend line. Then it broke the trend line. I'm just not sure which way this is going to go. So I'm going to watch it pretty close here. Let this candle close, but that's the kind of analysis. Another thing that I've seen just consistently is this kind of a wedge. It head fakes almost every time. You'll see some kind of a pinching, the highs and the lows come together. It breaks up and then turns and goes down. That's what I'm afraid. And so I'm going to watch that close, because you'll see it over and over and over again here. So again, we got 6 minutes. I want to see where this ends. So the hard thing about trading this hard right edge, see, when you trade live right here, you have to make decisions. You have to have a plan. You have to take in what the market has given you, and you have to decide. And you either take profits or you lose and all that kind of stuff, right? So nothing beats experience, and that's the purpose of these videos, is I'm trying to teach you by showing you live using our tools in my live account, all documented with my FX books, and that's the credibility, right? Is we are teaching you by showing you in a live trading account with real money how we trade, why we trade, what we do. So again, if you find this helpful, let us know. But that's what we're doing. We're trying to help teach you by showing you, okay? And what am I thinking? What do I do? Why do I do it? And like I said, the two big things that concern me right now is the fact it didn't hold this top resistance line, and it did poke through here. Oftentimes that's a sign of a failure. So we have these two failures that concerns me. So I'm going to bring this up and say if this makes new lows from this candle, I'm out. It's either going up or it's going to fail. Now, not sure that I want to just quickly jump in and flip this to a sell yet. In other words, I want to wait for the market to prove this to me, which is a big thing, right? I don't make assumptions. I can't assume. I wait for the market to tell me what it's going to do. I want it to go up. I would love it to go up. I have some concerns that it can't go up, but I wait for it to stop me out. In other words, I really don't like to close a trade. I like to make the market close my trade like this, right? I have, this, I move my stop up. I don't want to just close it. I always want to try to give it that chance to go my way. Make sense? Okay, so I am going to pinch this up a little bit, another pip or so, and just keep squeezing this on this trend line. It has to hold this line, it has to break this line, and if it doesn't, I'll take my profits. Again, at this point, nothing is for certain on how high this is going to go and where it's going to go. I'm just reading the price. I'm Skyping people like wild animals over here. Okay. Brian is in a little bit above here. I think he took this break here. I think he got in right here. So him and I are both watching this. So it's at a big level, big level here. And like I said, I like to, line up the candle and just stay below here and follow this. I mean, I'm just not going to let this come back against me much. I'm just going to squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. And I'm not going to be fooled into thinking this is going to make new highs, right? I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to just try to keep trailing this. And if this gets up anywhere in here at this average daily range, I am not going to be crazy. I'm going to take profits. This is great. I'm up 19 pips. Fantastic, right? This is great. This is great. I mean, I love buying on red candles. This is just, I don't know, for me, it's just absolutely addicting. Everyone else is freaking out, and I'm buying it right here. And it just pulls a little bit, and then pow, profit, right? So let's just see the drawdown on this is exciting. Look at that, 25, 61. I got in at 68. This is basically 62 to 68. That's only a 6-pip drawdown. That's fantastic, right? That's what you want. Trend is up. Buy it on the deep pullbacks. Take your profits, and you'll succeed that way. It's great stuff. All right, 20 pips. Watching here at clock, 11 minutes. I really need this to stretch its legs here. And I mean, this was a battle zone. I mean, this just, it's not over yet. We need this to close above this red line to really show the power is moved here and shifted, and it's going to continue. But All right. So again, I want this to close, and I'm just going to pinch this up and follow it and try to maximize it. Again, I could set a take profit. I could modify my order and set a take profit right up in here so I don't miss it. So I don't have, well, that way I don't have to sit here and stare at my charts. You know, like 2600, 2610, somewhere in here, if I wanted to. See, here's 2610. You know, obviously there's a lot of struggle anywhere in 2600 here. This is a big level. Look at that, it couldn't stay above, couldn't stay above. A lot of people call that the big figure, the century numbers, 26, 2700, 2800, 2900s. And a lot of people will just, when that's the high or the low of the day, they literally just step in at that number. Like here, if you sold it at 26, you know, the high is 26.20, it only went 20 pips, turned around and dropped, my gosh, 40 pips, are you kidding me? Wow, that's pretty fair, right? 20 pip risk for 40 pip gain, that's amazing if you can hit that. Okay, this is great, 26, 25 pips. Nice, really stretching out hard here. You know, so look at, this is where I had my lines before. This is where I had my lines before, and I would have had 20, you know, look at, I'd have had 26, 27 pips profit on both of those. Instead I got, you know, 11, 10, and 13. So I have to make a decision here, you know, take it or just trail it. So I'm watching this. I got to make a decision, how much profit do I want to take here? How much do I want to let this retrace? I mean, I really like to try to get through, you know, the London close, you know, ideally. And if we can get this to close above this red, this, you know, now, you know, is support. And let's see what it does. Okay, I'm going to move this up. I'm going to tighten up this stop to more. So I got 10, 13, maybe 15 here. And I'm trying to watch some of these lower time frames to see what it's going to do. See, it kind of slowed down around this cluster. Let me shrink back out here. Okay, 26.15. Okay, so it's right at this line. I might end up with 15 pips here, and you know, just seeing which way it's going to go. Really should have had this taken off here. So we got some, we got some pips. You just never know. It's just hard to say what is it going to do at this point. And again, because it struggled, by taking 2 off, I could have had the second here. So now I get down to the 1/3 remaining, and you have to make a decision. Again, any monkey can talk about yesterday's charts. You got to right now live make a decision. That's the skill that you have to learn, is to assess, have a plan, follow it, trade it. You got live money. You're trying to build your account. You're trying to do it. Nothing beats experience. So there we go. So fine, I got 16. So 11, like that. Actually, it goes 13, 11, and then a 16. All right, so not bad. We'll see what it does. I'll come back, let this run, and then we can see if it goes higher. But again, it's easy in hindsight to say, well, gee, I should have taken profits here. You don't know where it's going to go. So again, I like to try to follow it. Can't complain when the last lot's off at 16, way better than 1. But if this goes way up into 30 pips, obviously I'd rather have 30 pips than 15. So just trying to play the best I can. So we'll come back here and check later on. This is painful. So you see it's holding the support line, broke through here. Now it's heading up to ADR where I wanted to try to get my profits. It's just confusing, just not clear. So I squeezed it a little bit too tight here trying to follow it, and then sure enough that line did hold. I was just below it by a pip here. Well, actually that's right, I moved it up to this line thinking it would hold, but to hold the trend line. So being a little too conservative there cost me. Alright, so I popped another sell and kind of flipped this. So here's what I based it on. So this trend line connecting here went higher, pulled back, and pulled back, couldn't make new highs, came back, and now see this little poke through is kind of, to me, is like a little predictor here. Sure enough, couldn't go as high, and now it's failed and it's retested. Now it's at the London close and it's retesting this trend line. So I am going to pull it back down to this 2570 area and just keep my stop up out of the way and look for this to fail here and drop throughout the rest of the day. So this is a resistance line that's hitting a lot of these tops across Tokyo, London, broke back down through it, tried to get above, couldn't make new highs. So I have a downtrend line, I have my uptrend line, and then this combination of the lower high here, the trend line, now it closed below, it's retested, and so let's see, open high 2587, 2588, and I got in at 2586, 2 pips from the top. So as it was retesting this line here, so let's see if we can go from 2585 to 2570 is 15 pips. Whoops. We'll go here and just take them both off at 15 pips here. We should be able to get it to drop at least to this level. So okay, so it's 11 o'clock. London just closed. We'll see if we can get this to, it's broken my trend line, retested it to the pip, and now it's below this resistance line with lower highs. Let's see if we can get this to drop here. Not bad. Just took profits, 14 each, break even, can't lose, so worked out well. 2 pip drawdown, not bad. That's great. We'll see how far it rolls. Good job. Well done. Okay, I got to get running. I got to run out for an appointment. I'm going to let this run, and it'll probably do great because I'm not staring at it. So anyway, so that's where we sit. It's 11:15 post New York and London. Sorry, London closed. Just drawing some trend lines here just to show there's the highs, there's the downtrend connected there. Here's the uptrend, broke, retested, 2-pip drawdown, nailed that entry. Took it off at previous support here, this trend line. So far so good, and if this breaks down it could collide at this red here. So I'm going to just leave this for the end of the day and let's just see where it goes. I'll be back. See ya. Okay, so I just got back, tightened up my stop. It's pushing 59, 60. If I can close this out at 60 pips, that'd be great. You see these candles, it's really slowing down, and I'll take it. I need it to go to like 61 here because of the spread. Well, it'll bounce back, so I need it to push a little bit deeper. Squeeze it out. Come on, come on, come on. 6 minutes, last 6-7 minutes here. If I can just get it to 61, I'll pop this. I'll just move this right here and it'll shut the trade down. Oh, come on, don't do that now. It was red. Right down there at the end, 50 end of the buffet line. I mean, this thing went from the ADR to the top ADR to the back down to the bottom ADR. And this is a crazy day on the euro. Moved 104 pips, average daily range. That's pretty good. And so if I can squeeze, look at this, 38, and you know, if I get 60, 70, 80, almost 90 pips out of 104 move, that's pretty decent. I'll take that for the day, right? Okay, here we go. If I can get this to 59, I'll take it. Just a little more. Come on there, buddy. Check something here. Yeah, it's really bottomed on a 5-minute. It's really. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. One more pip. Pinch her down there, brother. Getting down to the end of the buffet line. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Give me one. Just give me 61. I just want 61. Oh, it's really trying hard. I'm watching it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. What's the time? 3 minutes left here. I'm gonna be patient. Gosh, I don't want to give up too much here. I'm watching this small 5-minute charts to see. Dang. Well, the daily support is around this area. Average daily range is right in here. Dang. Should have hit it at 60. Seems like every time I close it, it goes further. So I'm trying to be real patient and go past a little bit here and see, because it might break another leg deeper here. Let me try one other thing here. Yeah, might be able to get it to. It's still trying to come down. I'll be patient here. Within a couple of pips, like I said, I mean, if I can get it to 58, I'll take it off. Right now, it's 2 pips to the stop loss, right? I'd have 53. So I'll take 53, giving it a chance to squeeze deeper. And if I can get it down to 58 to 60, I'll take it off. Right now, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Dang, we're out. 54. All right, so that's fine. I'll take it. Great, great day. I'm very excited that I pulled the trigger on this. 2 pip drawdown, pulled off 14, 14, 54. That's great. All right, so that's it. See you tomorrow. Good job.